So my name is SaidOuissal and I work for Ericsson Silicon Valley. I basically responsible there for strategy, responsible for working with new companies and new initiatives. For Ericsson Silicon Valley, I'm part of the entrepreneurship delegation from the US State Department to the Maghreb countries to stimulate basically and foster relationships between entrepreneurs in the Maghreb countries and the US. I got involved in the program through an organization called TechWadi, which is an Arab technical organization in Silicon Valley, which tries to bring together people from North Africa and the Middle East. Through the people I knew there, I got invited to be part of this delegation, which has been a great experience so far. I was born in the Netherlands. My parents migrated to the Netherlands prior to my birth, so I was born there, went to school there, and then I basically worked after I finished my computer science education. I worked for US companies, Silicon Valley-based companies, pretty much all my life, career life. So then I basically, as part of that, I moved to the US and basically established now my base in Silicon Valley. My trajectory is, I work now for Ericsson, which is the largest telecommunications company in the world. It's a great place to work at. Our company is really active in entrepreneurial activities. As part of my job as well is to look at strategy, and part of the job is also for certain business units and business lines, and as part of that also look at new technologies, new companies that are emerging, help with investments that may make sense for the company, as well as consult to companies, etc. So I think I really love being part of that innovation, being part of that company activity, and I'm looking forward to continuing there and A, help obviously my company succeed, B, take maybe some of the lessons and some of the relationships I took from Morocco here back to maybe leverage them and be able to support also the people here through the relationships and things I have over in Silicon Valley. Yeah, it's been awesome 2 days so far, pretty packed. We've had the first day where we met first the ambassador of Morocco, and we got a very good overview of Morocco as a country, its opportunities, its issues as well. As part of that, basically, we looked at how that affects entrepreneurship and how that's happening and what could be opportunities to do certain entrepreneurial activities here. After that, we went into a session where we basically met also the North African board, which is working with the US State for entrepreneurial activities as part of creating the business ties to the US. And then we had a few pitching sessions, which were pretty cool because our delegation actually consists of entrepreneurs, business people, people who angel investors, etc., and venture capitalists. So basically, we're kind of used to getting pitches being made by us by companies with great new ideas. So we had about 7 to 8 Moroccan entrepreneurs talk to us about their business, pitching in 30 minutes why we should invest in their business, and we had the opportunity to give them a lot of feedback on that. What are the areas they should maybe focus on? We even saw some companies which were really ready and looked really interesting actually to invest in. And we picked actually two winners out of it, one social media platform and one company which ended up not being a high-tech, it actually ended up being a food company that exports food, Moroccan food, jarred food into different countries, which had a really great business model and business case. It varied. I think in some cases we saw some people who definitely needed more work, and that's kind of what we coached them on. I think others, as I said, they were ready to go. So it varied quite a bit, and there were companies which were still had no sales, really just starting, just asking for money and not having really proven themselves. And then, for instance, this food company actually had already revenues; it tripled its revenues and was profitable already. So that made so that was like a clear company that kind of is launching. So it's great to be part of that. Some of the projects. So the first project that I found very interesting was a project around the food processing, the food shipping. I think that was really interesting, that exporting foods from here could be very lucrative business. Great business case as well. I think another company that I definitely liked and we talked a little bit with today is actually a company which is into being a reseller or distributor for networking equipment. And it's very relevant for myself because I come from the networking business in Silicon Valley, and it's really interesting to see how a company like that is trying to make a living here, trying to succeed, and leveraging a lot of what I knew and what I see is happening in Silicon Valley. So that was two very interesting cases. Yeah, absolutely. Today we had mentor sessions, so we basically sat down with companies, not necessarily reviewing the business model, but giving them opportunity to talk to us and ask us questions and give us their issues and how we would respond to those. There's definitely one or two companies out of that I was really interested to stay in touch with afterwards, because they are actually very much in my line of technical expertise, in my line of business, and there could be opportunities for us to do things in the future, absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot of talk about the money piece, right? Investments, that's going to be the one driver. I think what we try definitely to explain as part of the delegation, money is just a part of it. And I think what will create an appetite, and we kind of did that yesterday at the end of the day, where we had like this more general session with a lot of high potentials, students, etc. It is a lot about a cultural mindset. It's a mindset that it's okay to fail. It's okay to give it a try. It's okay to maybe not have everything perfect from day one and build gradually, and it's okay to dream and try to really build your dream or realize your dream. So I think that's the other part of it. Yeah, I think a few. I think first of all, keep the spirit up. Definitely what we've seen in Morocco. People should not give up. I think they're on the right track. And I think people need to be, obviously you have to be realistic. Like in Silicon Valley, for instance, not every company gets funding, not every company makes it to IPO or sales, etc. So I think you need to be realistic, but at the same time, in expectation. But at the same time, you have to push for it, and you have to give it 100% and try to go for it. I think what I find very important, and it was also today confirmed. What is really important as you start a business, it's really the people themselves, the people they surround themselves with, so who's part of the team. And I think very important, what I always find is having fun in what you do. I mean, you really need to believe in it. It's going to be something you're going to do for a long time. You need to have fun. So part of the delegation, there's also a lot of people who have their roots in the Maghreb, like myself, I'm Moroccan. I think for us, coming here and seeing that, and then going back to our areas, and in my case Silicon Valley, it allows us to potentially be a bridge to the people here. It allows us to remain in touch, maybe in the future see opportunities to go in. So I think that's definitely there. The other thing, it allows us to go out and talk to people about that, so get more people excited to look at potentially investing in Morocco.